Hello everyone, welcome in this video. Today we're ranking the top 10 best healers for Furina, but before we get into the list, we'll first break down why Furina needs a healer and what kind of healer works best for her. So let's get started. Furina's mechanics revolve around HP manipulation, making a strong healer essential for maximizing her potential. Her elemental skill summons special entities that continuously drain HP from the entire team until each member's HP reaches 50%. However, this HP drain is not converting teammates' HP into damage. Instead, the skill's damage scales off Furina's max HP. The purpose of this HP fluctuation is to fuel her Fanfare mechanic, which directly influences her elemental burst. Furina's elemental burst puts the team into the universal revelry state, where any HP increase or decrease generates Fanfare points. She gains 1 Fanfare point for every 1% HP fluctuation of any party member. The more Fanfare she accumulates, the stronger the damage bonus and healing bonus she provides to the team. This is why a consistent healer is crucial. A healer not only prevents the team from staying at dangerously low HP, but also helps generate more Fanfare by continuously increasing HP, ensuring that Furina can maintain maximum buffs for the party. In short, Furina's power doesn't come from taking HP and converting it into raw damage. Instead, she relies on frequent HP changes to amplify her buffs, making healers a core part of her best teams. Now let me show you exactly how Furina's Fanfare works. First, I'll activate her elemental burst without using any healer. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see shadowy figures appear. That's when Furina gains Fanfare points. The more Fanfare she collects, the more shadows will appear, and the stronger her buff becomes. But there's a problem. This method won't let us reach the maximum Fanfare. If we want to generate Fanfare quickly, we need to increase or decrease HP as fast as possible. Since Furina's elemental skill stops draining HP once everyone reaches 50%, the key is to use a strong healer who can rapidly heal the entire team. Now let's try again, this time with a support healer. And there we have it. This time we were able to generate Fanfare much faster. I hope you now understand how Fanfare works and why a healer is essential for Furina. But if you're still confused, feel free to drop a comment and I'll explain it there. Now let's move on to ranking the top 10 best healers for Furina. Starting off at number 10, we have Yao Yao. Yao Yao is a Dendro healer with fast and consistent healing thanks to her white jade radishes. Her elemental skill summons Yogi, which throws radishes that heal allies or deal Dendro damage to enemies. This makes her great for keeping Furina's Fanfare stacks going, while also enabling Dendro reactions like Bloom and Hyper Bloom. Her elemental burst provides even stronger healing, making sure your team stays healthy while Furina drains HP. With Yao Yao on the team, you can heal fast and keep the fight going. Coming in at number 9, we have Kuki Shinobu. Kuki is an electro healer who heals while dealing damage. Her elemental skill sacrifices some of her HP to create a ring that continuously heals the active character while applying electro to enemies. This makes her a great choice for Hyper Bloom teams with Furina. One of her biggest strengths is her low cooldown, allowing her to heal consistently while keeping up electro application. However, her healing only affects the on-field character. But don't worry, I'll explain later in the video how to make her heal off-field characters too. With Kuki in the team, you get fast healing, strong electro application, and synergy with Furina's HP mechanics. At number 8, we have Charlotte. Charlotte is a cryo catalyst user with strong team-wide healing from her elemental burst. When she activates her burst, it creates a healing field that heals the entire team over time, making her a great support for Furina's Fanfare stacks. Her elemental skill lets her fire a cryo shot that applies cryo to enemies, which can be useful for freeze or superconduct teams. Plus, since she's a catalyst user, she applies cryo consistently, making her great for reaction-based teams. With Charlotte in the team, you get solid team healing, cryo support, and great synergy with Furina's playstyle. All right, coming in at number 7, we got Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi is like that unstoppable healer who just refuses to let your team go down. Her elemental skill, Adeptus Art, Herald of Frost, lasts 15 seconds and creates a floating talisman that heals the active character every few seconds while also healing them when they attack enemies. Super reliable, especially for Furina's Fanfare stacks. Her elemental burst, Adeptus Art, Preserver of Fortune, marks all enemies for 15 seconds. While marked, any character who attacks them gets healed, making it an amazing team-wide sustain option. However, Chi-Chi doesn't generate energy, so you'll need to build energy recharge or use another cryo unit to help. Now at number 6, we have Jean. Jean is an Anemo sword user and one of the most versatile healers in the game. Her elemental skill can launch enemies into the air, but the real power is in her elemental burst, Dandelion Breeze. Her burst instantly heals the entire team based on her ATK stat and creates a dandelion field that keeps healing anyone inside it for 10 seconds. Not only that, but it also cleanses debuffs and applies a Nemo to enemies, making her a great choice for teams that use swirl reactions. With high burst healing, team-wide sustain, and great crowd control, Jean is an amazing support for Furina's playstyle. All right, moving into the top 5, we've got Barbara. Barbara is the classic hydro healer, and she does one thing really well: healing, healing, and more healing. Her elemental skill, Let the Show Begin, lasts 15 seconds and creates a melody loop that heals the active character with every normal attack and applies wet status. Her elemental burst, Shining Miracle, is a massive team-wide heal that restores a huge amount of HP instantly, making her one of the best emergency healers in the game. And the best part? With Furina in the team, her energy recharge is much faster, meaning she can use her burst more often. Barbara may be simple, but when it comes to raw healing power, she's an absolute powerhouse. Coming in at number 4, we have Xian Yun. Xian Yun is more than just a healer. She's a game changer for aerial combat and team flexibility. Her elemental burst, Crane Soars Skyward, creates a cloud-transcending aura that heals the entire team over time for 12 seconds. The healing scales off her ATK, and with Furina in the party, that overflow healing turns into bonus damage. But that's not all. Her kit also boosts plunging attacks, making her a perfect support for characters who rely on aerial playstyles. And since she's an Anemo character, she fits into many team comps with swirl reactions. With strong team healing, unique aerial buffs, and great synergy with Furina, Xian Yun is an incredible hybrid support. Now we're in the top 3, and at number 3 we have Baizhu. Baizhu is a Dendro Catalyst user and one of the most well-rounded healers in Genshin. His elemental skill, Universal Diagnosis, sends out a spirit that heals the active character while also dealing Dendro damage to enemies. But his real strength comes from his elemental burst, Holistic Revivification, which creates a shield and provides continuous healing for the entire team for 14 seconds. And since his healing comes in multiple instances, he helps generate Fanfare stacks super fast for Furina's buffs. On top of that, his shield absorbs Dendro damage more effectively and even provides some extra resistance, making him a solid choice for both healing and survivability. All right, we're almost at the top. At number 2, we have Xilanen. Xilanen is a 5-star Geosword user from Natlan. She brings a unique blend of support and damage to the team. Her elemental skill, Yohual's Scratch, allows her to enter the Night Soul's Blessing state, during which her attacks reduce enemies' elemental RES based on your party's composition. This makes her incredibly versatile, fitting seamlessly into various team setups. Her elemental burst, Ocelotliku Point, deals AoE geo damage, and depending on the elements present in her source samples, can either provide continuous healing to the team or deal additional damage. This flexibility allows her to adapt to the team's needs, whether it's sustaining health or maximizing damage output. With her ability to reduce enemy resistances, provide healing, and deal substantial geo damage, Xilanen is a top-tier support for Furina, enhancing both survivability and offensive capabilities. And finally, at number 1, we have the undisputed queen of healing, Kokomi. She is a hydro catalyst user, and when it comes to pure healing power, no one does it better. Her elemental skill, Karaga's Oath, summons a jellyfish that heals the entire team over time and applies hydro to enemies. But the real magic happens when she uses her elemental burst, Nereid's Ascension. This boosts her healing even more, makes her attacks restore HP, and gives her huge resistance to interruption. Since she heals so fast and so often, she's perfect for maxing out Furina's Fanfare stacks and keeping the whole team alive. With non-stop healing, amazing hydro application, and insane synergy with Furina, Kokomi is the best healer in the game. Now it's time for some extra tips to help you get the most out of Furina and her healers. These characters are only known for healing the active character, but I will show you what they can do when you add Furina to the team with them. As you can see, these characters have low HP, and we're going to test their healing. First, we'll try healing without adding Furina in team, and then we'll see what happens when we add Furina to the team. Off-field characters are not healing. Now let's try again, but this time adding Furina in the team. Now off-field characters are healing. Let's try with Barbara's elemental skill. Here's something interesting we discovered. When Furina is in the team, any healer's overflow healing doesn't go to waste. Normally, single-target healers only heal the active character, but with Furina, their excess healing can now heal off-field characters as well. This means that even healers who usually focus on just one character can now support the entire team when paired with Furina. All right, guys, it's time to say farewell. Now, I will take my leave. Thank you for watching the video till the end, and a big thank you for your daily likes and for subscribing to the channel. Your support means a lot. See you in the next video.